Okay, you need to open up your notebook and double check where you have line graph and make sure you have the definition. Line graph is a graph that uses line segments to show how much data changes over time. You need to add graphs scale, the numbers placed at a fixed distance that label the graph. Intervals is the last one, or difference between one number and the next on the scale. They should be equal. Then turn to page 551 and unlock the problem. And right here, we just went over those definitions. So we want to graph the data, use a graph to determine the time between which the greatest temperature change that occurred. Okay, your first step is to write related number pairs of data as ordered pairs. So you can see here is their in data right here, and at 1 o'clock it was 51. Now start adding the rest. I guess this way. 2 o'clock it was 49. 3 o'clock it was 47. 4 o'clock it was 44. 5 o'clock it was 45. 6 it was 44. 7 it was 46. Okay, step 1. For the vertical axis, choose a scale and an interval that are appropriate for the data. You can show a break in the scales between 0 and 40 since there are no temperatures or between 0 and 44. So if you wonder what they're talking about is they went from 0 right up to 40 because when you looked at all your information here, there wasn't anything below 40. Otherwise, your line graph will be so tall. Then they went in intervals of 42, 44, 46, 48, 50, 52. So their intervals is 2. Then for the horizontal axis, write the time of the day. So no sense starting at 12. We started at 1 and we ended at 7. Now let's graph what we know. 1 o'clock was 52, 2 o'clock 49, and continue to graph. So is what I do is I put dots where I need them and then I just connect my dots with the lines. Look at each line segment in the graph. Find the line segment that shows the greatest change to the temperature between two segments. So if we look, where did we drop the most? From 52 down to 49, which would probably from 3 o'clock. We went from 3 to 4, we went 3 minutes. So from 3 to 4, we dropped 3 degrees, like that, yeah, in Fahrenheit. Alright, now we're going to try this. Jill uses a rain gauge to collect data on the total rainfall during the 6 days of her home in Miami. She reads the amount of rain collected in the rain gauge. Each day did not pour it out. Her data is shown on the table. So you look at the information. Once again, do your coordinate orders. Fill these in. Okay, choose the scale of intervals. So now if I look, I start at 2, I end at 9. I don't know, what do you think, guys? 0 to 2, or 0, and then each one up. Label rainfalls. That's on your y-axis. And the days of the week are on your bottom. Okay, now record your data. Once again, I just put dots. On which day was the total rainfall recorded the greatest? A Saturday, because you can see it was 9. On which day did the record the greatest increase? So we went 2 to 2, 3, 3 to 6, 6 to 8. So I would say it was from Wednesday to Thursday. So on Thursday there was the biggest increase. Alright. Show. Once again, there's your data. I want you to do this with your partner and then come back and check and see if you got the right answer. So shut it off, come back. Okay, make sure yours looks like mine. If it does, you're ready to move on. Finish on your own. And then page 554, 556, and 555 and 556. And then if there's enough time, please come take the mid-chapter checkpoint with me.